For this particular example, again, we have two similar figures, and we know this based on this similarity statement right here. So the little squiggle, that means similar. Okay, so I know that angle ABC is similar to DEF. Now, looking at my drawing, you'll notice how the orientation or the position of the triangles don't exactly match. Okay, so what we need to do to set up our proportion is make sure we match up the correct angles to the corresponding correct sides. Otherwise, when we solve our proportion, it'll be incorrect. So based on my diagram, I know that angle B is congruent to angle E. And if you notice in my similarity statement, both B and E are the second letter of our statement. So that means that angle B is congruent to angle E. And we know that based on the 72 degrees. But from my similarity statement, I can also ascertain that angle A, being the first letter in the name ABC, and D being the first letter in DEF, means that angle A is congruent to angle D. Okay? And then, of course, C and F are both the third angle listed, so those two angles are congruent. So even if, as long as you have the similarity statement, you can still determine which angles are congruent to which based on the order of the letters. Okay, now that we know what angles are congruent to which, I can now set up my proportion. Okay, so if I look at AB, okay, AB is between the single arc angle and the 72 degrees. So I have to match that up with the same angles in DEF. So here's my single arc at D, and 72 is E. So AB is proportional to DE. Okay? And I can also, if I didn't have the diagram, I could also determine that using my similarity statement as well, because if you notice, AB is the first two letters of my label, and so is DE. So AB and DE are similar, or proportional, I should say. The triangles are similar. The side lengths are proportional. So then the other side I'm given is BC, which is 30 on my triangle ABC, and BC is between the double arc angle and the 72 degrees. So that means that corresponds with the double arc angle and the 72 degrees in DEF. So that means EF corresponds to BC. And again, I can, if I pull it from my similarity statement, BC is the last two letters of the statement, so therefore it's going to correspond with the last two letters in the other triangle as well. So now that I have my proportion, I can plug in my numbers and solve. So AB is 36, and DE is X, and BC is 30, and EF is 15. Okay, so from here I notice that both 30 and 15 are divisible by 5. So I can reduce 30, because if I divide both by 6, I'm sorry, if I divide both by 5, I get 6 over 3, which actually I can then reduce further to 2 over 1. Okay, so you can just go ahead and cross multiply and get 30x. 36 times 15, which gives me 540. And then divide both sides by 30, so I get x equals 18. Now, if I use my reduced ratio, instead of 30 over 15, I don't have such big numbers to multiply. So what I have is 36 over x equals 2 over 1. Now when I cross multiply, I get 2x equals 36, and when I divide by 2, I get x equals 18. So either way, you get the same answer. The difference is going to be whether you have a calculator or not. If you don't have a calculator, you're definitely going to want to reduce that ratio to the smallest number possible if you don't have a calculator.